Welcome to Great Lakes Gaming, home of the Litmit Millionaires. My name is Nicholas Cartier, and today I am joined with Dan Allen.
Hey, coffee.
And Roger Reott.
Hello.
And today we're going to talk about some video games on August 12th. It's not July.
It's the 12th?
It is the 12th.
Shenmue's coming. Invert 12. What do you get? 21, baby. August 21st.
Ooh.
Shenmue 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Remastered. That's a good way to start a podcast.
I feel like you are hyping yourself up too much for this game. It's going to be so disappointing.
IGN says 9.7. Not enough water.
Not enough water. So today we're going to talk about some Smash Bros. News because they had a decent sized direct for Super Smash Bros. Before that, we're going to go on to corrections.
Ooh, a special reading.
Start at the top here?
Yes, start at the top.
The lowest score in IGN history is for Olympic hockey Nagano 98.
Nagano, like the Olympics.
Oh, Hockey Nagano 98, which received a 0.0, citing it was almost an exact copy of Wayne Gretzky Hockey 98. The verdict will pass.
We'll post a new
review when Midway releases a new game. That's not my fault. It's hard to read.
I have really bad handwriting. I am so sorry.
The game minute spelled M-I-N-I-T.
Got him.
Pokemon, Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu are spin-offs. Spun off Pokemon Go.
So shooting.
Alan 20 Morning is a space...
Alonzo Mourning.
Oh.
I'm so sad.
Alonzo Mourning is in Space Jam, so D'Angelo was also correct in last week's Closer micro game.
Tied, D'Angelo, me and you, Larry Bird and Alonzo Mourning, both in Space Jam.
Mike B is from Tallahassee, originally from Kathmandu.
There's been smoother sailings.
There's been, yeah. That is true.
Nah.
You're always doing corrections now, Roger.
Alan 20.
Alan 20. There's video games like Alan 20. That's like my username.
I was like, okay, I guess Alan Alan.
Correction for next week, Cartier. We'll type out corrections.
It's funny. No, I just wanted to hear you say that Pokemon Go is a spin-off game. Or Pokemon Let's Go is a spin-off game on Pokemon Go.
It's a main series Pokemon game spun off of the Let's Go series. The regular Go series.
That's horrible.
This is too much. Snap Go.
You know what else snaps? Twigs when you step on them. This week in gaming is brought to you by Litmit Media. Dan, what did you play
This week?
this week?
Ooh. I'm so unprepared. Normally I have like 3 people's worth of questions to prep for what I actually played. Well, this week in gaming, I without a doubt played Double Dash for Nintendo GameCube. That's Mario Kart Double Dash. And what's great about Double Dash is it makes an N64 Mario Kart dream come true in the fact that you actually unlock things in Double Dash. Magical. So after you beat the first 3 cups on all 3 speeds, you get the special cup. And when you beat that on all 3 speeds, you get something called All Cup Tour. Because the only thing that matters, to me, I guess, no, it all matters. The only thing that matters to me is Grand Prix. Like, the scoreboard, the points, the 4 race series. So it's like All Cup Tour is every race, 16 in a row series where the points accumulate. When Olivia beat me the first time we did it, she had like 154 points. It's pretty ridiculous. Which is good for 16 races, I now realize. She was killing it. She's better than me.
What's the maximum points you get?
10 points. So
yeah.
160. A few second places there for Olivia. But no. So that was really good. All Cup Tour, brilliant. I wish that the N64 had that. I'm sure a modded N64 situation somewhere is like, play all the races in a row. So that was great. I played, I played with both of the gentlemen I'm sitting with, Nicholas Cartier and Roger Reott. Also for GameCube, WarioWare Inc. So good. A series of micro games. I watched as they parked cars. They jumped over things. A lot of good jumping over things.
Watched me get my ass beat is what happened.
It evened out. It evened out towards the end. Meanwhile, I played some of the other game modes. I know we're doing the dancing. I've done dancing with pretty much just all of it. Just the dancing's so good, back and forth.
Yeah.
Really enjoyable. All those things. Not a surprise.
What other game modes do they have?
For
one of them's like hot potato.
For the WarioWare. Yeah, there was a hot potato one. There was a. God, what is that game called? It's like Domination with the green and blue, where it's like you take these squares, I take these squares.
Oh yeah, we were like in an asteroid field and had to like. It was basically like you shoot an asteroid, then you play the minigame. If you win the minigame, you get that spot. But if you like checkers somebody,
if you sandwich them,
you take their space. So it was weird,
and it stacked too hard because it was like almost like a bingo board amount of spaces, and it's like if I have 3 in a row and you once again sandwich me, like you steal all 3 of those. I'm like, oh my, very ridiculous. And then I don't think you just said this, but at the very end,
I did not.
When you win, you don't win. It's not over.
You have to do one more minigame. If you lose that one, you lose. So Dan destroyed me and then lost the last minigame.
It's like, you win.
I was like, okay.
That's funny as fuck.
I'm like, that can't be it, right? I was like, no, that was it. That one micro game I botched. Terrible. WarioWare Inc. Good fun. I guess I only played like Nintendo things this week, man. I didn't play any more Hellblade. No. I guess I've been... Oh, no, I've been playing Birth by Sleep. Mark Hamill. I got stuck on Mark Hamill. Birth by Sleep. And I got past him. Now I'm in the final... I'll probably talk about this more once I've played more of the whole game.
Don't just leave it on I got stuck on Mark Hamill.
I got stuck on Mark
Hamill. Don't move on in the conversation.
In Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, there are 3 playable characters, 3 different parts of the story to see, 3 different angles to see it from. Terra, Ventus, and Aqua. I picked Terra to play first, and the master of those 3 Keyblade wielders is someone named Master Ericus, who is voiced by Mark Hamill. Which I remember Roger telling me, like, initially, people that hadn't really played all the Kingdom Hearts, like, internet real hard faked out for a second, when it's like, Mark Hamill confirmed, Kingdom Hearts 3. It's like, people are like, oh,
Star Wars, what's happening?
No, you don't understand. Mark Hamill confirmed Star Wars, Kingdom Hearts. But it's like, he's just actually very interesting part of the lore. They made him, like, back in time, important Keyblade wielder, like, he's their master. Looking like Shinsuke Nakamura, if you know who that is. If you don't, Google the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. So I got stuck on him. I was level 22, and Roger's like, internet says 30. I'm like, it doesn't seem like I'm that underleveled. But it also seems like this is fucking very hard. But I didn't have 2 like innate as you power up. I mean, obviously your level and things go up, but you get these inherited abilities. I'll say it's like these. You keep them. And there was one that's like, like last stand, like last chance kind of situation. I think it's like one more time and second chance, where it's like, a combo if it would take you to 0 takes you to 1 instead, and also a huge move takes you to 0 takes you to 1 instead. So with that, it was actually I probably could have, if I wouldn't have leveled up, getting those things attached to me, like I might have been able to do it at 22 still, but then I'd be even more underleveled where I am now, which is the final fight with This guy with yellow eyes, Cartier. That's where I'll leave it. That's what I played this week in game.
It's quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag, but Mark Hamill was in my game.
Oh, confirmed. Star Wars confirmed.
Star Wars confirmed. I blew Gabe's mind last week with, like, Ratatouille. He's like, Ratatouille? He's like, oh, no, Ratatouille's DreamWorks, right? I'm like, Ratatouille confirmed for Kingdom Hearts. Is it Ratatouille Pixar?
I'm pretty sure it's Pixar.
Yeah, it's gotta be Pixar.
Good times.
Was that even good?
I was told last week by D'Angelo that it was a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take his word on that.
Mm-hmm.
Roger, what did you play this week in gaming?
I have played two things. One of which is just infuriating me to no end right now.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been playing the Monster Hunter. Played Monster Hunter World, and I had played that game way too hard for like a good 3-month period, maybe a little less than that, maybe like 2 months. Put in like 200 hours into it, like quick. Very, very quickly got to the end of that game, conquered it, got to a point where I could beat anything in that game with very little effort. And then over the last couple months, every month or so, they release like a new monster or like something else. And unfortunately, I haven't met my match in that game. It's just been me beating my head up against the wall against... not going to go into the details of how it works.
Tempered.
Yeah, Tempered, which is just a stronger version of a monster. Mm-hmm. And then there's Arc Tempered, which is a stronger version of that monster. And it's something called an Arc Tempered Teostra, which is think of it like a flying lion whose hatred burns like the heat of 1,000 suns. And
Manticore.
Yeah, actually. Way yes. That's incredibly accurate.
Well, dude, I'm sorry not to derail you, but in Adventure Time, the little Manticore stuck in the bottle, and it's just like, they let him free, he's like, you cowards! Like, they're like, what? Then as he flies away, he's like, although it's like, thank you, Finn and Jake. It is me who is truly the coward for not being able to show my true feelings. So good, I'm sorry to... off to you there, but tiny Manticore.
Yeah, long story short, the entire time I went through this game, the first time, I think I died a total of 1 time. I have faced this thing now probably 15 to 20 times in the last 3 days, and every time it beats me down. And I thought, I was like, man, I haven't played this in a while, maybe I'm just rusty. So I went back and fought other stuff, and I'm like, nope, that's not it. I just can't beat this thing. Damn. And it bothers me. I haven't gotten stuck in a game like this since like the Nintendo.
Dude.
Where I just haven't been able to beat a thing.
Can I give you my opinion of what it is? As a Monster Hunter World professional, aficionado that I am, I can tell you from learning from others that, to quote D'Angelo Martin, maybe the first time he was on the podcast, but, Dan, I'm sitting at 270 hours, and motherfuckers are calling me casual. Maybe it's just like the long grind, because there are some people probably that just didn't stop playing this.
Oh, well, I'm sure there are.
But is there a level cap? Have you hit some
the levels don't matter. As far as, like, your strength goes, I have the best equipment in that game.
The points in whose line?
Yeah.
I hear the armor from the Behemoth, though.
Wouldn't be an improvement for me. Not with what I'm using.
I don't know anything about Monster Hunter.
Yeah. I understand where you're going with that, but no, it wouldn't make a difference. There's nothing I can get in that game that is going to improve the actual character. I just have to get better at the game.
Yeah.
And to be fair, you're probably supposed to be doing this with more people. My PS Plus is temporarily canceled.
Take that, Sony.
Yeah. They're gonna get my money eventually. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just been days of destroying my sense of self. Man, it bothers me. Other than that,
Video games.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think because there was something else. Binding of Isaac doesn't really count because I play it like 10 minutes every day just because it exists. And I lose and I move on.
Go on with my day.
Yeah. I lose and I'm like, okay, well, that was entertaining for 10 minutes. And then, let's see. Oh, I played Mega Man Legends. I emulated that.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
The second one, not the first one.
Oh, nice.
Because I think you bought the first one. You said, I dare you to play Mega Man Legends. I went, no. Because then you'll never play it.
Did I say that?
Yes.
I thought we had that same conversation, but something else.
Maybe it was something else. I don't remember, but I picked up the second one, played through that. That's actually really short.
I think I dare you to play Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh, maybe. I'll never do that. So I have no interest.
Draw.
It's hard to go back and play those old PS1 games.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to have a love for them, I feel like, to go back and play those PS1 games. They don't. Most things do not age well.
Yeah.
I think Tactics age solid, though, because of how it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, maybe more than like an 8.
I feel like sprites actually age okay. Mm-hmm. It's the bad 3D that doesn't age well.
But I do love it.
I'm glad you do.
Even looking at like the Revolver Ocelot stuff, we're just looking at like
PlayStation 1 one.
First character model of Revolver Ocelot. So
not good.
So great.
The faces are polygons, no like facial like features at all.
Just flat faces.
He had a mask on. No, it just looked like he had like, a pantyhose bank robber mask on.
That would make that scene a lot funnier.
The hilarity of Revolver Ocelot.
Yeah. That's actually...
Real shit?
They actually got like mocap done for the gun spinning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Oh, there was actually... I played the first Devil May Cry, too.
Nice.
That actually didn't age well. Yeah. That's not even that. I mean, it's PS2, but like, not even the way it looks. But like, I know it's like a running gag, but man, the voice acting in that game is bad. Mm-hmm. It was always bad. I realize it was always bad, but it's just going back through it and realizing that like all like the indentations it's made into my mind over how bad the voice acting is, I realize it's just been like condensed into the last 5 lines of that game, because that's the worst part. For anyone who would like to look it up, do yourself a favor, YouTube the last 20 minutes of Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
You're not spoiling anything, trust me. But the line is amazing. And it's to be honest, that game is so badly voice acted, I almost wonder if it's on purpose to like bring campiness to it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
It's has the best boss fight of any of the Devil May Cries, in my opinion, though.
Nice.
You definitely fight a thing called Nero Angelo, or Nilo Angelo, or something like that.
Whoa.
Basically. Yeah. But it's one of the best, like, sword versus sword fights you can get in a video game.
Nice.
Oh, I love it. It's great.
Ooh.
But that's basically everything.
Is there a sword in Bloodborne?
Yes.
Take that, Bloodborne. You heard it here. GMC. Over Bloodborne. You said it.
No, I said best sword fight. We're not even going into this. I'm not going to humor you here. I'm going to move on.
By the way, I do have something I forgot to mention that you reminded me when you said bad voice acting. And that's Dear Square Enix. I've heard many people critique the voice of Titus in your hit Final Fantasy X. I couldn't help but notice as I played your other hit, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, how bad Terra's voice is. Now, it is the only storyline I've played. I will not be playing any others. Your friend. No. Nicholas Cartier, what'd you play this week in the Twig?
This week in gaming, I played a lot of that Need for Speed game on my phone.
No Limit?
Yeah, No Limit. Just because I wanted to get this Lamborghini for an event, but I didn't end up getting it.
Nice.
Yeah.
You did not get it.
I did not get it. No. No, I did not get it as fast as fuck though. So
loot boxes. Did they do you in? They do
not
you dirty?
Not yet. But
Random. Oh no, I mean like I didn't know if you had to try and get that Lamborghini in a specific way or if it was random.
Well, they had like an event system where it's like you can do like this many races a day and it's like you get 5 tickets and every hour you'll get another one. And you can only hold like 5 tickets.
And the ticket gets you.
It lets you just like do one of the races.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty much it's the waiting game with it, but I didn't get the car, and I wanted to get the car.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I started a new life in Fantasy Life.
Nice.
For the Nintendo DS now. Is it DS or 3DS? But yeah, it's 3DS.
Is this what you and Trey were talking about before?
Yeah, me and Trey played. I played it with Adrian. Like it's a fun game. It's a really like it's pretty wholesome of like an RPG. Pretty much what you do is when you start off, you can start a life and you can be like a paladin, or you can be a mercenary, you can be a hunter, or like a mage, or you can start off and be like a cook or a blacksmith or a fisherman. And like you can go through like that whole game for the most part, like being a fisherman and like win like the battles and like all that stuff. But the fishing mechanic's fun. I feel like you'd like it.
Yeah.
But there's like a lot of different ones. Like when you're blacksmithing, it'll be like hit the X button and it'll move over, and it's like triggers, and it's just like random little mini games.
Yeah.
But you can like make yourself like armor. You can like make furniture for your house. You can cook shit. You can fish and sell stuff, and it's just like a bunch of like quests. And there's like there's a main storyline to it, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, I don't care much for the main storyline, so usually I'm just like mashing through it, but I do like how the game plays. Like my first and second playthrough, I was a paladin, so that was pretty fun. You can do like the charge.
I have a question, and that is, what kind of person picks up this game, looks at your options, and goes, you know what? I'm going to be a fisherman.
I knew you were going to say that. Damn it, Roger.
What?
I'm a hunter fisherman right now.
What person picks it up and goes, oh, I could be like a paladin or a mercenary. I can be a fisherman?
Well, that's the thing. At any point in this game, you can drop the life that you're doing and start a new one at any point. It doesn't matter. You can master all the lives if you want.
Hold on.
In this game.
Let me defend Pop Punk for a second here. First off, Roger, I knew you were going to say that. Think about this. This was what I was going to say if you hadn't said that, and it still correlates. I'm like, think about, like, VRPG, Fantasy Life, or even just whatever. You know what's a draw to me? The idea of it being like, this is a RPG world. It's like, and this is, like, the starting town, but it's like, you can go either way, and, like, other people on adventures will just pass through this town. So, like, you're like, you can do all these things. You're like, I'm going to be a fisherman. I'm going to wake up every morning, go to the shore, and fish. And as you sit there, you just hear the different, like, half RPG stories of these different groups that pass by. Like, they're all, like if it was 10, for instance, like, all the different groups of summoners and their guardians. Stuff like that is that, like, I would play that. Yes, I would be the fisherman. But if you can change it, you're not going to be the fisherman forever.
The reason I bring it up is because because I live in Michigan, and I own a fishing pole. But, like, if I ever wake up in the morning and go, man, you want to know what I'd love to do? I'd love to go be a fisherman. I can walk outside and go be a fisherman. So, like,
I'm going to open up my 3DS.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go fish for, like, 3 hours.
And, like, listen, I guess there are some desert communities, all right, that may be like, you know what? This would be a novel thing to do here. I'd like to experience this. And, like, that's great. It just seems like a weird choice to me.
No, they also have like one of the other lives there is like tailoring, so it's like you're just like making clothes. Like it's weird. Like it's weird, but I do like how you can like pretty much master any of the lives. Mm-hmm. But it's a fun game. Like I've been recommending people to play Fantasy Life because like it's wholesome. There's like a lot of the dialogue in it is just really sarcastic and. It's good feeling. I don't care much for the storyline, but the gameplay is pretty fucking great. You can play a 3-player on it too, or either 3 or 4 player on it. Which like
can you give me a quick like short version of what the main plot of this game is?
Oh god! So you run into this butterfly, and
Yes.
This is starting out great, Cartier.
Yeah, you run into this butterfly, and you guys got to go to the king's castle, but they won't let you in because you're not looking fancy. So the butterfly's like, "Hey, I'll be a bow tie." So you go talk to the king, and then he like gives you your first life, and then these doomstones start falling down from the sky, and there's this thing called the Lunaris, and pretty much like the world's gonna end, and it's up to you and this butterfly to figure out where the doomstones are coming from.
Is the butterfly like a Navi?
The butterfly, it's like a sassy Navi that like ends out like being like
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. Ends up being like the daughter of like the divine person who like gave humanity the choice to like choose their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Went hard.
Yeah, that got really existential there.
But
this game's deeper than I thought.
No, I know it's got layers. It's like Shrek, but it's I don't know. It's a fun game. Like the storyline, it's not bad. It's just like the first time I was playing through it, like I just did not give a fuck. And the second part, like I paid attention. I was like, all right, you know. And now this is like my third time playing it, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck again. I just want to play the game. I just want to fish.
Cartier, you definitely triggered my brain uncontrollably. I was going to try and not say this, but you best start believing in onions, Miss Donkey. And if I could say one more thing about Fantasy Life, Cartier, it's just more humane than actual fishing, Roger. I'm not joking. I'm laughing right now, but let's face it.
Fish don't feel pain.
When you fish in real life, the death ratio is a little high. In fact, hold on one second, Roger. Dear Square Enix, I couldn't help but notice Final Fantasy 15 Fishing VR is flying off the shelves. Thank you for what you've done for the whole world. Your friend Dan Allen. All right, go ahead.
The fishing in Final Fantasy 15 was solid, for the record. That was
right, they put out their own VR game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll appreciate a good fishing mechanic. Like,
mm-hmm.
But no, it's Fantasy Life is good. Like I was saying though, it has so it has like a multiplayer. So pretty much like if the three of us had 3DSs with the game and we were playing, we could enter like Dan's world and just like roam around the map as we play as. And like we can like either stick together or like just do whatever we want in those worlds.
Oh, it
drops like double loot and shit, but I catch a fish, it catches like double the fish, so like everybody gets fish.
2 lobsters. Is there lobsters to catch in this game?
I'm not sure because this is my first time I've decided to like. Because usually I played Paladin and Blacksmith and Miner. So I could like.
He played this many times before going.
Well, I did that twice. I did that the first time, and the second time when like Adrian was like, "I want to play it," I'm like, because it's weird how it saves. So the cartridge it saves onto your DS. So like the cartridge that I gave to Adrian didn't have my file on it, but the file that had like my original playthrough was on like a separate 3DS. So like the second time I played, I was like forced to do it because I wanted to have my fucking character again.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Yeah.
Shit's real.
It's weird. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had, like, a 3DS cartridge that's, like, saved like that, like, onto the system rather than, like, I can play Pokemon in all my 3DSs.
Yeah.
But no, Fantasy Life, I'd say check it out.
This Week in Fantasy.
It's wholesome.
This Week in Gaming.
Yeah.
Brought to you by
Lit Media. Alright. So, before we get to the Super Nintendo Direct stuff, I want to talk a little bit about the new trailers that came out for Pokemon Let's Go. They like in Korokoro, they've said more about Pokemon Let's Go. So while the wild encounters like have changed for the like with the Pokemon Go catching system, for the legendaries you do battle legendary Pokemon with like your Pokemon.
Oh, you're gonna have a wild battle with legendaries?
Don't do it. I'm just
Wait. That was a genuine question. I'm sorry. Say it again for me. I just don't understand.
No, yeah. When you're battling a legend, yeah. When you're I'm not trying to have that fire right now, but when you like encounter a legendary Pokemon, it's not the Pokemon Go catching. All right. I'm like.
It's gonna be like
I'm sure it's still the Pokemon Go catching.
Well, I know.
Fight
I know they said that you can like battle the legend. Like you're actually like your Pikachu like jumps off and like you're battling them. You know.
Cool. Is that one gonna be like? Is only your your Pikachu?
Hopefully not. I think
that'd be crazy.
I hope not. A fucking Moltres would stomp on a Pikachu or like an Eevee that you can evolve.
Unevolved
Like,
Eevee. Like we expect
That
you to
seems
take
like such a weird choice.
Raikou.
Yeah, but they did say that those are in there. So I mean, hey,
Cool.
maybe those weren't in there at first, and they've just been like online. They're like, listen, people are pissed off.
So we don't have to have a whole discussion on this, but I actually do want your opinion.
No.
Why do you think they went with Eevee? That just seems like a very...
Eevee's always been really popular.
Is it just a popularity thing? Because it just seems like such a weird choice to go the no evolution route with.
From what because there was an interview about it, why they chose Eevee, and it's so blue starts off, or blue, whatever you want to call him, Gary, green, yellow, whatever the fuck you want to name him, douchebag starts off with an Eevee in Pokemon Yellow. So they thought that would be better, but originally Masuda wanted the second player to start off with a Psyduck, but he thought it didn't like fit, you know.
I'm pro Psyduck, actually.
I'm pro Psyduck. Dude, Psyduck's like one of my favorite Pokemon.
I would say Pokemon Psyduck I probably would have bought just because I love Psyduck. That's great. No, that's amazing.
I'm pretty sure like the positioning of Eevee like that in yellow, because I remember I also read an interview about this, but it's like I'm pretty sure it's really old plans. At this point, it's like at this point, what year is it? So like 20 something years ago, the initial plan was Eevee as the transition to Eevee as the logo, or a secondary logo if there's two trademark Pokemon. You know what I mean? It's like Eevee, but that was never really implemented because it's in 2018. I'm not like, oh yeah, Eevee. If there's a second, you know, I think maybe Charizard or something that isn't original 150 maybe.
Yeah. But I know they should have had it be Meowth randomly, but
Wooper
would have been dope.
Oh,
but I know because what's it called?
Strong.
Clefairy was originally supposed to be the mascot of Pokemon, but then they picked Pikachu because it sat better with little boys, little girls, and mothers.
He was fatter back then, though.
Yeah,
that's probably why it sat so easily.
Oh, yeah, because he couldn't jump. But
backpack was too big.
Yeah, no, but I'm pretty sure that's the reason why they chose Eevee. Just like that, and because Eevee's always been popular, you know. Their whole like game mechanic is like evolution, and Eevee is the evolution Pokemon.
I'm not even going to comment.
Because you can't evolve it. That's the only flaw here.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You can evolve other Eevee in the game, so there might be like wild.
It's just so weird.
I know.
But it's just like they had to do that, I guess, to have Eevee be on your shoulder in every situation that could ever be happening.
You know what? I wonder if they changed some of the mechanics to make this make more sense. Because that would actually make a little bit of sense. Because if you think about it, in a regular Pokemon game, Pikachu they have added enough things onto Pikachu at this point where, like, you could make Pikachu somewhat viable near the end of that game.
Yeah.
And he's not going to get repped.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have that same situation for Eevee.
It depends.
So
it depends.
Do they have that situation?
So
I don't honestly know.
There's some gimmicks you can do for Eevee, like I know Last Resort has like 150 like base power, and pretty much all you have to do is like use all your other moves. So like what I would do on a Last Resort Pokemon is I would do like Protect, and then that move. So I use Protect, and then I can use Last Resort and just hit him with like with that base. But there's some gimmicks. Like I know the Z move for Eevee was all the other evolutions like surround it, and then it gets like +2 to every single one of its stats, which is like for any for most Pokemon at least would be fucking dope. But I'm sure they're gonna find a way to make Eevee be like somewhat useful. Hopefully.
You know what? It's fine. He's just there to be adorable, or she's just there to be adorable. I don't know the gender of the Pokemon.
You do now because Eevee has a gender specific thing that they also
released.
Yeah,
I know Pikachu has the heart.
They gave Eevee a heart for its tail as well, but it's like, you know how it's got the white tip or whatever, or like the cream colored tip? Instead of being like spiky, it's like a heart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's that.
Anyways, continuing. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, that's fine. I'll talk about Eevee old. I named my dog Eevee.
Cut my life into pieces.
This is my last Eevee.
This is my last resort.
So other than that, in the new trailers that they showed that Mega Evolution is going to be confirmed for these games. So you're going to be able to use the cancel Mega Evolutions, which is wild because where am I? Yeah, there might be no abilities and no held items in this game.
Interesting.
From what I'm looking at, because they show Mega Charizard Y come onto the field, and then it instantly goes to attack. Not come onto the field, but it Mega Evolves and then it goes to attack. It doesn't show the drought animation because of special ability.
Mm-hmm.
And then also when they Mega Evolve that Charizard, so you hit the Mega Evolve button, but instead of it saying Mega Evolve, it's in Japanese, but it says X/Y. So for all the other ones, it's just Mega Evolve, but for these ones, you can choose whether you want it to be the X Mega Evolution or the Y.
That's cool.
So it's are the Charizardite X and Charizardite Y the same item? Are there no items?
Questionably no items. Who will hold the berries though?
Exactly. Well, there might not be berries.
There might not be
but
berries.
I'm gonna want to collect berries on the way. Who will hold them? Yeah, that's interesting.
To be fair,
yeah,
there were no berries at all in yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, take that.
Counter argument, Mega Evolution. I know.
Yeah.
I know it's weird. It's
I mean, obviously the goal here is simplification, and if you're looking for simplification, abilities and taking away items are the two biggest, easiest things to do there.
Mm-hmm.
Except apparently they still have Eevees and Ivies. So
obviously it's weird. I wanna know more about it. I can't wait for the game to come out so I can explore it at least because that I don't know. That's something I didn't really think of as abilities and I'd heard that items might not be in it, but I mean take everything with a fucking grain of salt.
A delicious grain of salt.
Yeah. Also in the trailers they show more Pokemon running behind you. They show you on the Onix again. They also show Venusaur following you, and Venusaur is he's hopping like a toad.
What?
Because your character's running and he's hopping. And I'm I don't think I've ever seen any Pokemon media where Venusaur is moving fast.
I would say I've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen one where
that's my
Venusaur moves any more than a step or two forward.
Exactly, and then I saw that and I'm he's hopping.
It would make sense, kind of.
He's a frog. It makes so much more sense.
Yeah, you're kind of right.
Whoa!
Because he's got the whole you see his back legs scoot, and I'm just
mind blown.
What's the main Pokemon guy? The breeding guy is it Matsuda?
Yes.
Matsuda's coming back. He's making it right.
Mm-hmm.
He's making the changes he wants.
And it's I know for
he's like a frog.
I know for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon or Sun and Moon or whatever one it was where they had the walking behind animations inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they had a standstill of what it looks like when it moves, but actually seeing it in motion, I'm it's keeping up with you. They had in the trailer they had a Caterpie, and the Caterpie's struggling to keep up with you, and it gets to the points where it's just off screen and it just poofs next to you because he's so slow.
That's hilarious.
Or Electro's just rolling on his face.
So good.
I have one question still. I just thought of.
Only one?
So, you can supposedly transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Go into this game, correct?
I'm 80% positive.
Hey, so
I know you can do that. I don't know if they can. I don't know if they stay in there. If it's just hey, see your Pokemon here.
Oh, so yeah, I'm wondering if they're usable. Because if they're usable, that brings up a whole nother thing, which is Pokemon balance in Pokemon Go is woogity. So I wonder if that is going to transfer over. I remember Vaporeon in Pokemon Go was
really good.
A god.
Yeah.
Was the 4th or 5th best Pokemon in that game, something like that. It was something ridiculous. It was top 10. So I wonder if that's going to transfer over.
Yeah, I feel it won't because it looks like the battle mechanic is still going to be the choose 4 moves that instead of how fast your Pokemon is moving and how fast it's quick attack and the charged up attack. But yeah, no, it's wild. What's wild is the fact that if you can transfer those Pokemon over, then there is only going to be 4 dark type Pokemon in this game. Whoa. And it's going to be because there was none in Kanto.
That's interesting, yeah.
So it's going to be Alolan, Meowth, Persian, Grimer, and Muck.
Yeah.
Wait, so
all Alolan Pokemon.
So nothing that's pure dark, though.
Nothing that's pure dark, but like
they cut the dark from it. That's all.
Well, it's not they cut the dark from it. It's just that there's no original 150 dark type Pokemon.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I was predicting. I'm like, you transfer it to the new one, and they just like.
Well, no, it would still stick on it because Clefairy's still going to be Fairy type.
Oh, interesting. No,
and like Magnemite's still going to be Steel type.
Interesting.
But it's just like naturally like wild caught Pokemon. Like you're most likely not going to be able to catch a dark type Pokemon in that game.
For sure.
And like that's crazy to think about. That's something I didn't think about until like the other day.
Dark Mew 2.
Well, you gotta think, man. That means there's only 3 ghosts. Like
there's only 3 dragons.
What? Yeah.
No,
yeah.
We're all set.
Oh wait, no, 4 dragons. Mega Charizard X.
See, I thought Aerodactyl for a second, but I was like, no, it's Flying Rock.
Yeah. Forever Rock.
Yeah.
Forever Rock.
But other than that, they showcased a little bit more of like Vermilion City inside of this trailer, and they showed like the inside of the SS Anne. They showed you like at like the bow of the boat, and like you and Eevee are like Titanicing pretty much, and it's like it looks like it looks good.
Yeah, the SS Anne. Talk about a game that like won't really suffer from a lot of things that have been removed from this game. The SS Anne section is gonna be good. It's gonna be just you with Pikachu on your shoulder, Snorlax behind you. If you know what the fuck you're doing.
You really want that Snorlax?
That's the only thing I want to see walk behind anyone.
You're gonna sink that boat before it sinks.
Oh man.
But
just takes up a large amount of the screen, so like can't get down roads.
Cannot fit through the hole.
So he just keeps poofing behind you, but you never see him moving. He's just sitting.
Just crammed up in like the hallway. Just
give me that mod where you just have Snorlax on your shoulder.
It's a baby Snorlax.
Munchlax.
Oh yeah, we have those. Yeah. I forgot that's already a thing.
But other than that,
dude,
on some more Pokemon news, I guess. So a couple Pokemon have been re-trademarked. Which the last time they re-trademarked like original Pokemon, they ended up turning into Mega Evolutions. So there might be more Mega Evolutions introduced in this game, maybe.
Whoa!
But the Pokemon that were I have an argument against it too. But the Pokemon that were re-trademarked were Golem, Machamp, Raichu, Jinx, Starmie, the Hitmons, including Hitmontop, which is a second generation Pokemon, which is my argument against it. But also Arbok, Weezing, Persian, the Evolutions, and Dragonite.
All those things don't have Mega Evolutions right now?
All those things don't have Mega Evolutions.
God, that so sounds real, Cartier. That list of Pokemon... It
sounds real, but like the Golem's got me fucked up because Golem's got a Alolan. So that would mean they would have to make 2 different Mega Evolutions for it.
Do they?
Well, the Alolan one never... I mean... Well, the Alolan one won't be in this one? Oh no, the Alolan forms are in this game.
Yeah.
Just a mustache Mega Evolution. What if the Mega Evolution has a full beard no matter what form it is?
There you go.
But no, their back is different and stuff like that, I know.
My only argument against it would be, maybe there's a reason, but they re-trademarked them?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know trademarks expired.
They re-up on the...
I have to look at like the legalese on this because it seems weird to me that they would have to.
They might not.
Who else is going to try and take their trademark?
Well, see, that's the thing. They've done it before though. That's how like people found out about like Marshadow was like they looked at the trademarks like before Sun and Moon was even like announced. They were like Lunala, Solgaleo, and Marshadow were trademarked under was it Creatures?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the first game they were in.
Yeah, exactly.
So
no, exactly.
that makes sense, you know, where I didn't know. As I said, you're probably right in this. I have legitimately no idea. It just seems weird to me that that they would re-trademark Creatures when my assumption would be if a trademark did come up, that trademark would come up in a certain period of time, which would tell me that like all of the Pokemon in like one generation would have to be re-trademarked. So it's just, I don't know. That's really,
I will be
they
honest
obviously did it, but this is just
I don't know the
weird.
I don't know the science behind it.
If I can give you it's really just we're probably ignorant, and it's probably something like along the lines of you trademark Charizard, and with specifically, because it's not just like these trademarks, not to simplify everything, because I also don't fucking know. It's not just like, we trademark Charizard, end of the fucking things. Like, we trademark Charizard with these intended uses, this, and this.
Yeah.
So it's just like, maybe it's updating this trademark to be like, including Mega Charizard, for the record, which is the variation on our existing trademark.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think we're just...
No, you could be right on that. As I said, I'm ignorant in this, but...
So I don't think it would be a time thing. Even though it is weird, it's been like 20 years, right? But it would have been like 21 or 22 right now.
Yeah,
So...
I don't know. I don't know the science behind it, but I mean, last time they did something like that, like Mega Evolutions happened.
It'd be interesting.
I do say that people do get hard reads from Nintendo based on those trademarks, so they calculate things.
Oh yeah, no, of course. But it's just like, I don't know. It's Hitmontop was on that list, like Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Hitmontop.
Yeah.
So it's like,
maybe they all Mega Evolve into the same Pokemon, which is why they do it.
They'll evolve into Goku.
That reads the Hitmontop.
Hitmon Legend.
Hitmonku.
Hitmonguru.
The Hitmontop thing reads to me as the thing in the leak that just is a little off, but still the whole leak is legit. You know what I mean? The misinterpretation of like the Hitmons, like even how you said it, like the.
Well, that's why I worded it like that, because when the list that I looked at was like Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Hitmontop, and like it's easier to just.
If all those things are true except Hitmontop, I'll be like, for sure. They fucked up that one.
Also, thing. Mega Flareon. Maybe Flareon might be good.
Oh man, take that.
That'd be great.
Shadow Ball.
But no, that's pretty much all I got for like Pokemon news. That's not Smash Bros. Related.
Oh dang.
So we're gonna move on to the meat and potatoes of this podcast, which is
before we move on to Smash Brothers, which is obviously like a chunk here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that's not on that list that I would just real quick just like to just talk about.
Yeah.
And that is Doom Eternal.
That is after.
Okay, we can. Yeah. I was like, I know it's going to be a short period, but I just want to mention its existence.
No, Doom Eternal is what we're going to cut for time. No,
if you want to, we can talk about it right now. And just do.
No, we have time. I don't care.
Right. Anyways, on August 8th, 2018, Nintendo gave Super Smash Bros. Ultimate the Pokemon treatment and gave them their own Direct with like nothing else in it. Nice. And that's going to lead into our segment, Super Smash Brothers Indirect. But
this is a long one too. Like you saying,
you both watched it, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, follow you.
You know, it's bad. I probably missed like 45 seconds of it somewhere in the middle because I definitely left the room. But I got most of it.
Yeah.
I got the important stuff.
Oh yeah. But this Direct, it's the way it started was. It starts off with a rainy castle, and there's a hooded figure walking into said castle. And then it cuts to Luigi, who has a new poltergust, and is fighting these mummy like.
Is it a new poltergust?
It looks like it's a new one. The plunger attack, I'm pretty sure is a new thing too. So that might be a hint to.
Oh.
Like Luigi's Mansion.
I really want to play Luigi's Mansion, man.
You really should. It's really
such a good thing.
Also, do you think he's going to be in Smash Bros?
Who?
As the outfit?
Luigi with the Luigi's Mansion?
I think we probably already know, and I haven't looked.
That's fair. I also haven't looked.
I feel like that's
might already be a thing.
That's probably already a thing. Let's put it this way. I would be a little bit surprised if he did not have it in some move of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
They might have just introduced that just because it fit the aesthetic of the Castlevania intro, yeah.
That said, continue, because you're getting to my favorite part of this entire Direct.
So,
throw him
pretty much he's getting ganged up on some like mummies or joggers or whatever, and pretty much what our boy Ouija does is he runs away and he trips, and when he trips, he looks behind him, and there's he's just like, I don't know what the Castlevania term for it is, but there's like this like Reaper or whatever.
It is as a minor Castlevania fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to compete for the title there, but it is literally death.
It is Death?
It is literally death.
Alright, so Death fucking just lashes at Luigi and just rips his fucking soul out. And
Classic.
then
Kills Luigi.
Kills him. He's dead. He's holding him.
If, according to Nintendo, both Mario brothers have been murdered in the last two trailers.
Yep.
And Mario get speared by Ridley, and now Luigi has his soul ripped out and devoured by the personification of death himself.
Mm-hmm.
I like Nintendo's new dark tendencies here. I feel like one of their interns had a bad day.
It's all Sakurai. He's been having a bad 8 years.
Yeah.
He's been having a bad 8 years.
I wonder if that's what it is. He's just like frustrated that all he gets to do is smash now, and he's just like, I'll kill them. I'll kill them all off right now. And Nintendo won't even argue with me. They won't even know what's happening.
Message from Nintendo. He's like, listen here.
I'm coming for you.
But pretty much he gets hit by what I would call a flail, but what they call the Holy Whip. And he,
Yeah, it does have that flail end, for
well,
sure.
dude, that's the thing. I was writing this, and I was like, what is that? So I, like, typed it up, and I was like, it's a flail. No, they do call it the
It's
Holy
a whip.
Yeah, they call it the Holy Whip. Pretty much what I'm trying to get to
The old
is
ball and chain.
Simon Belmont is announced for Super Smash Bros.
The Belmonts.
Along with Richter Belmont as his, or Richter. Sorry.
Bran.
Yeah, no, but as Simon's Echo Fighter,
Mm-hmm.
Richter is going to be in it as well. And I don't know much about Castlevania.
Me neither, man.
I feel like Roger knows.
I can give you enough basis. One, Richter is technically the strongest of the Belmonts. Not important to this conversation.
Is that canon?
Canonically, he is the strongest
Rondo
of the
of Blood
Belmonts. Yeah.
features the hardest obstacles, the hardest bosses. Is that what it is?
No. It's that, like, long story short,
Every 100 years. No, don't do that.
The Belmont family are, like, obviously vampire hunters who are actually descended from Dracula, but that's not important. They're at, like, this war, but they're all magical.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have magical abilities. Well, the Belmont family married a different family, and the child is Richter, and that other family, like, imbued them with more magical power. So
Really?
Richter is canonically the strongest of the Belmonts. But long story short, all it is you go kill Dracula. I mean, each Castlevania game is go kill Dracula. Go kill Dracula.
Yeah.
But and then every once in a while you have Alucard, who's Dracula's son, who's an assist trophy.
Yeah.
Who really, that would have been my pick for the Castlevania character to let me use.
Because in the direct, they were talking about how he's what is it? He's the main character in Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, which is generally considered the best through Castlevania.
But I guess maybe Sakurai's like, listen, we could have done Alucard, but he wouldn't have been an Echo. Like, maybe you only get one Castlevania character.
Then that's fine. I would rather have
Over.
and the fact is, let's be honest.
Simon's Quest is
not great.
aged well.
It didn't age. It wasn't good when it came out.
I didn't want to shit on it.
And let's be honest. Listen. I know there's people who are like, listen, Conan the Barbarian is what I want, and you're going to have that. I don't want to play Conan the Barbarian. I
Top selling every time I go on the PS4 store. Conan, Exiled. What is this game?
There's a lot of penises in that game, man.
Okay.
Like, just there. Not blurred, nothing. Just swinging.
It's funny that's what...
There's a penis adjustment slider in that game.
Oh my god. If there's anything to do with like old Conan novels, I'm sure just like...
You might want to look that up for corrections. I'm not 100% sure on that last line.
I'll take that's a fact.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure there are large-breasted women as well.
I'm sure there's a mod for smaller books.
Sorry. Continue.
Meanwhile, Alucard. This is an assist trophy.
Yes.
So, pretty much, Castlevania, if you haven't paid attention the last, 10 minutes in this, Castlevania is announced for Super Smash Bros. Horrible today.
Super Smash.
I've been stumbling too, don't feel bad. I'm just
looks like
roll with it.
Looks like there's a level and Dracula is a boss, right?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, definitely. So Dracula's going to be a boss that there's a lot of stage hazards inside of the stage for Castlevania where you can fight the mummies.
Monsters?
You can fight the mummies. You can fight. I called him Frankenstein, but apparently he's called the Creature.
Mm-hmm.
Is what the little subtitle said, but he's Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein's creature.
You can fight werewolves in it, and then you can also fight fucking like Dracula. He shows up. They didn't say how he shows up, but once in a blue moon, he does show up.
That's cool.
Can I?
Yes.
Okay. Couple of things. One, Dan, I know that you haven't played a whole ton of Super Smash.
No.
So when they say like boss, there are two options here. It could just be he's a rare stage hazard.
Okay. Cool.
Right? Which a stage hazard is just something that shows up, similar to
they're
just it's just a part of the stage.
Or
there's another option.
Campaign story.
And I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, and I apologize because I know you're going to talk about this. When they went over the menu screen, there is a secret menu.
Oh, the blurred out one?
The blurred out one. And I am...
Keep talking about it.
I am about 80% sure that it is some version of Subspace Emissary.
I hope.
And I'm wondering if Dracula is a boss in that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. They even said that going super ahead in the direct, they were talking about what's his name? He's all the way at the bottom. Rathalos. He's going to be a boss and in Assist Trophy, which is a first for like Super Smash Bros. But yeah, I don't know. I was surprised to see him. I played the demo for that game on my 3DS.
Yeah, it's you want to know what? I'm not. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm super hyped for the Rathalos thing, even though I'm a huge Monster Hunter fan. But it's really hard for me to be super hyped for many stage hazards or things like that in general.
Luckily, they did say that you have the option to turn them off in the menu.
I would leave them on.
Oh yeah.
Personally, I'm not one of those. Listen, I love Super Smash Brothers, but I'm not one of those people who's into it enough to where they're like, we got to make everything super fair and like Fox only.
No items.
Yeah, no items. Fox only. Final destination. Not that person.
Get behind it.
But that said, I really hope we get a story mode again.
The picture that Dan was trying to find that I just showed him, it is the main screen, which you can see on the title. It's the header on LimitMedia.fireside.fm for this podcast. But yeah.
The blurred out section.
It says Luigi's funeral on the blurred out section. It's amazing.
Someone unblurred it.
Mm-hmm. No, I really hope that there's a story mode. I'm all for the story modes. I love that.
I was online and I saw a lot of people like, it better be, and I'm like, dude, like, everyone better fucking leave Sakurai alone for the next 8 years after this game.
He's gonna die.
He's putting his heart, like, he didn't want to do the last one. He barely wanted to do the one before, and like this game, like, holy shit, this direct.
I have a belief that Sakurai has been more hands off in this one than the other ones have, and that he's basically just been giving orders.
Yeah, well, dude, in the other ones, he was like working himself to death.
Well, I know he legitimately like put up. I don't know if you know this, but Dan, but he put out like releases that was like, I'm very sick. Like I'm not doing okay. There's a lot of stress on me. Like I might not make it. Mm-hmm. Like, and then you'd see him, and he looks great in the direct. I'll give it, but that man is old.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention how old because I'm going to get it wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's above 60.
Interesting.
He is, looks good.
I always thought Sakurai was like, I thought it was the other way. I thought he was like surprisingly young, but it looks like he's slowly being aged by time.
No, he's being...
If he's that old,
he was
really
surprisingly young when he first started off. When he first started off, he was like...
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Like a lot younger than Miyamoto. And
I think he was like... He might have been in like his late 30s when the first... You know, I'm probably wrong, so I'm just going to look this up and be like, oh, he's 40 now.
That's corrections.
Oops.
That's corrections for you.
But continue. I'm sorry.
If we are wrong, then email at us at limitmedia@gmail.com. Header Trey.
For Trey.
And so other Echo Fighters that they announced in this Nintendo Direct are Chrome.
Crumb.
I know they said Chrome. I've always called them Chrome.
Is it?
Chrome.
Crumb.
They're like Chrome.
Can we say breadcrumb?
Breadcrumb from Fire Emblem, and then Dark Samus is gonna show up, and I thought Dark Samus looked pretty cool.
So, can I mention something interesting I noticed about Crom that confused me? Mm-hmm. We know that he's officially an Echo Fighter of
his daughter.
No,
Roy, right?
Of Roy.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing, though, and this is what confused me: is he's officially an Echo Fighter of Roy, but when they were showing the trailer of him. He did Ike's up B move, which is like a spinning thing that comes down. So I'm almost doubting Nintendo's release on if they might have accidentally got that wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing because like they didn't necessarily say it was Roy, but when they were when they showed like in the background of like I don't know, they showed Samus with Dark Samus, so I figured when they showed like Crom and Roy doing it like it was Roy. Maybe they're giving them both.
Maybe it's very interesting.
Maybe they're like mixing together a little bit and giving them some Ike and some.
Dark Samus is badass.
Yeah, that pelvic thrust to like dodge.
Seriously, I love that design. Like just from a design standpoint, I'm not a huge Metroid fan, nor am I like somebody who really wants to play Samus in Super Smash because I'm bad with her. That said. That is a cool looking design.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like it.
This game is turning out to look real good.
Mm-hmm. Better than Metal Mario?
Yeah.
Me too. I don't like Metal Mario that much, dude, to be honest with you. You're looking at me like, is Metal Mario real?
No, I was wondering where Metal Mario came from in your mind.
Oh, Dark Samus. I know. She's like silver, man.
Oh, fair.
Because meta cooler. Because Mecha Frieza. Because everyone gets a silver form when they're sick.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that, Boo? Not sick yet.
Good time.
Super want silver.
But no, they also said that before we're done talking about the characters that were released.
Hey.
They did say that there are a couple more characters that they want to release, like not in this direct, but like afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much from there, we're going to talk about the stages.
Nice.
Are we going to wait for the other ones?
We will.
Okay, cool.
But, no, so from what I picked up and what they were like talking about, there's like 103 stages in this game that can be like switched from their battlefield mode to their Omega levels, which...
Are just flat.
Exactly. And they said like, there's 103, and then you can do this, and it makes it over 300
variations. Yeah.
Now, am I getting my math wrong, or Battlefield Omega and then whatever the stage, are those like the three different versions?
Yes.
All right. I only thought there were two at first, so I was like confused. I was
so what it is all stages have the regular stage, and then they have the Battlefield stage, which is the three platforms, and they have Omega, which is just flat.
That makes a lot more sense now.
And so there's three variations of the stage, which you have. It's basically 309.
No, yeah. I only thought there was two, so they were like, there's this, and then there's these two, which makes it over 300. I'm like, 200 is less than 300. But, yeah, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
But they said that they were banking on nostalgia with some of the stages, and they're keeping them looking like how they looked in the game that they were released. So, like, the stages that came out in, like, the N64 are going to, like, keep that N64 look, which I can dig that. I can live with that.
That's fine.
Yeah. Judging by that Pokemon one. Right, it's Pokemon N64, right? Pokemon Stadium?
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
I know
no.
That's not from the 64?
Stadium was not 64.
Was it Melee?
It was
Melee.
It was Melee. There was a Pokemon stage in 64?
I could get in the right.
You were on top of a building, and like occasionally a door would open. Yeah, a door would open, and then Electrode would come out and explode and kill everybody. It was great.
Yep.
Terrible.
Loved it.
Jumping from building to building.
But I don't know. It looks
maybe.
It really looks like they're outdoing themselves with this game, and like every time they like tell more about this game, they're like, "We're still working on this game," and like I don't know, it makes me think about like the process of making a game and like giving out information while they're still working on it. Usually, when I think they're like, "Hey, this is coming for a game," I'm like, "This game, like they're already done with it. They're just waiting for the release date."
Well, to be fair, they are probably they are done with the game at this point, I would assume.
Yeah.
I would assume what they're doing now is debug. Which, don't get me wrong, is not to, like, devalue the amount of debug that has to be done and how much work that actually is. But I'm sure...
It's at that point.
Yeah, I'm sure the game is mostly feature complete at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the funeral.
Yeah.
Still working out the details.
Another thing that they were talking about is, so there's an option for the stages where you can have them morph between 2 different stages.
Oh, with the random, and you can set it to random too, so you don't know what it's going to change to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think that's cool. I think it's cool that they're starting off, when you play the game, you're starting off with picking the rules and picking the, like, battlefield before you pick your characters, and I'm like, that's switching it up.
Yeah.
It's a bonus for competitive players because stage actually matters at that level of play. I'm curious.
You are very curious.
Sorry, there's a long pause. No, but it's. I wonder if there are going to be things in this game that they're not going to announce.
I know character-wise, he said that they wanted to release all of the characters that are going to be in the game playable before the game comes out. I know he said that during the Direct, but, like, other things, like, I don't know.
Don't worry, you'll get your surprise Master Hand cameo.
Well, there's going to be Master Hand cameo.
Master Hand not confirmed, dude.
Or Crazy Hand?
He's confirmed. He's not been shown he's there. But I'm really... The final boss of all of the games have gotten more and more crazy every time they release one. So it's gonna be very interesting.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, originally there was Master Hand, then there was Crazy Man, and then there was Giga Bowser, and then there was
like Ethereal Being or whatever.
Yeah, Taboo. And then there was Master Core, which was an amazing boss fight for Super Smash Bros. Game. Like a better boss fight than that game should have had. But yeah, no, it's. I'm kind of amazed at how much they're able to pack onto this game to the point where I fear for I fear for Switch owners.
Do not buy this digitally.
Well, this is the thing. I don't think you can fit. Listen, Nintendo has wizards that have been able to figure out how to fit a massive amount of data on small carts before. Like, I'm not taking away from Nintendo on this. They've been able to do crazy stuff with space.
Yeah.
That said, I legitimately do not understand how they are able to fit this much data on a disc or on a cart.
I think Iwata could do it.
We'll see. Because part of me believes that this is going to have a download. And there's not a whole lot of space on that Switch. And I feel like if you were to just digitally buy this game has got to be 100 gigs, right?
With Pied Piper compression for those songs, I think that you'll find this is a Silicon Valley reference.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know, man. I don't know shit about compression. That's the real thing I should bring up. So, I don't know. I can't really doubt. Has anyone come out and told us, like, what the real space limit on one of those carts can be? In theory.
Yes. We know that number. I don't know it off the top of my head.
Because there's a lot of stuff that Cartier is probably still about to talk about that's on this fucking...
That's what I was going to say. But, like, I know my Switch, like, I'm pretty sure it's either 64, it might even be 32, like, just like gigabytes. I think it's 64.
Oh, of your actual thing?
Yeah, just, like, of space on the Switch.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about, like, an actual, like, physical cart.
Yeah.
I wonder what the limit is. But I actually didn't know that either, though.
Yeah, because I didn't have a SD, and then I downloaded the Ninja Storm Trilogy.
It'll be interesting.
Shippuden.
I'm sorry for keep interrupting. Go ahead, Cartier.
Oh, that's fine. It's all good.
Shippuden.
You
mean that Ninja Storm?
What else do we have? So for the music, they spent a long time talking about the music. Some of the things that I thought were really, like, interesting were that the stages, the music is, like, split up between franchises now, rather than, like, this stage can play 5 tracks, and I can play, like, all 30 of them, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, all Legend of Zelda ones are going to have, like, music from the Legend of Zelda.
to the point where it even looks like through playlists you can play any of the songs in any of the stages. If my understanding is correct.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking too. If you can make a playlist of it and just like play that during your game, then like you play any song.
Street Fighter character in Smash?
Yes.
Cool. Fuck, man, this is all just reasons to get like all these franchises music in. But I know there's like 800 songs. Let's hope for Guile's theme. Dude, over and over. Just play Smash to that. Like, also, seriously, Roger, I recently revisited the music of Streets of Rage 2. Above average. Like, not a nostalgia thing. Kind of blew my mind. I'm like, oh my god, Streets of Rage. So good. But yeah, exciting. How do you feel about putting the Switch in the purse, plugging the headphones in, listening to video game music as you go about your everyday life, Cartier?
Well, alright, so I saw her put her Switch in her purse like that, and my only thing about that is if I were to put the Switch into my purse, I would take the controllers off first, just so they're not, like, stuck in an upright position with fucking the controller.
Oh, that's so funny.
I want to make a statement.
Very clean person inside. Nothing.
Not hating on Smash, not hating on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Just saying, there are probably 4 people on the planet who are ever going to use a Switch like that.
Oh.
Like, it's listen, I got the feeling that the people in charge of this game are just like, listen, throw it in.
Yeah.
All right, every time someone comes up with an idea, how long is it going to take you? Can you do it in a couple of days? Do it. Yeah, throw it in there.
They went on Tumblr and they saw like 4 people talking about it, and they're like, listen, this is what they want.
That said, one, don't be wrong, I like the Switch. Like, as a handheld, I like how big it is. I prefer that over the tidiness.
Yeah.
But that's a lot to be walking around with all day. And
like
also,
casually, too.
The battery, I know that the screen will be off. Listen, if you're carrying on a Switch, it's probably because you want to play a Switch at some point. And if you're walking around playing music off the Switch, I just think I don't think it's going to get a lot of use. I don't think it's going to get a lot of use. And you would also have to be a very special type of person to be walking around jamming out the video game music in like your main day.
I once worked at McDonald's, and there was this kid, God bless his soul, named Jesse. And what he would do is I would have him in the grill, and he would nonstop play like, I don't even know if it was like Final Fantasy, but some sort of like Japanese RPG. He would just like, I'm gonna put the soundtrack on. We'd be like listening to music. I'm like, yeah, you can choose a song. He's like, all right, 6-hour long fucking just like battle music. Like I don't even know.
What you didn't know, Cartier, is he was secretly just playing that game and it was hooked up to his speaker.
Yep.
No, I do think it's cute. The little headphones connected to the Switch thing. I do think it's got infinite more use just setting your own music for whatever stages you want to play.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the things, Smash seems like, I don't care that much about Smash, I'll be honest with you, except for a lot of these characters I have some connection to, but it seems like they're catering a lot, they're doing a really good job of catering to people that care about Smash, which is like, there is a big competitive scene, at least with like Melee. It just feels like a lot of stage stuff, a lot of music stuff, bringing every single character back. You're catering to so many different levels of fan. Like, the hardcore fan, yes, but, like...
I really don't think they're actually catering to the hardcore fan that much.
You don't think they are? With, like, the
no, because
the charts in the tutorial thing?
No, because the thing that the hardcore people care about has nothing to do with... Don't get me wrong, the chart thing is legit. Like, I'm not going to argue that. But that's
like the training area?
Yeah, the training area... Yes, I'm saying. The training area is, like...
That looks cool. When I get that, like, I'm going to spend a lot of time in there just because, like, I like looking at angles, you know?
Yeah.
I play Pokemon, I think of math.
Yeah, I think when you look at hardcore Smash people, you're not looking at hardcore Smash people. I think when you're looking at hardcore Smash people, you're looking at Melee players. That's how I feel about Pokemon. Melee players are never going anywhere. They're never going to go anywhere. They're always going to stay exactly where they're at. And
You have no faith in the new Smash?
No.
I overtake the love of Melee.
He's got so much faith in it.
I have so much faith in it.
It's just the people who are stuck on that
game.
But
the people who are stuck on Melee will play Melee until Super Smash Bros. 50 comes out. And there's nothing they could do to change that.
There's only been the one. It was, what, Melee?
Brawl, and then 4.
Oh, it's 4.
This is 5.
Oh, okay. Is Brawl 4?
No, Brawl is 3. And then there was one that came out on the Wii U.
It just came out 4?
Yeah,
Super Smash Bros. 4. It came out for the Wii U, and it came out for the 3DS. You could use the 3DS as a controller on the Wii U.
Maybe they're just waiting for this one.
They're not.
Roger, maybe this is the one.
No, they're not, because what they like about Melee is
how perfect it is.
No, it's essentially Melee has the ability, so I'm not being too controversial here, has the ability to be a more technical game. Mm-hmm. The other Smash Brothers aren't. And that's normally due to, some people will call them bugs, some people will call them features, depending on who you talk to. Mm-hmm. Certain techniques that require frame-perfect timing that allow you to basically move slightly quicker or slightly slower, which causes the game to be slightly more offensive in nature.
I still think that this is, even if it's not hitting those people, and those people are that stubborn, I think that there's enough to say that they are at least attempting to cater to those people, not just through the tutorials, but the fact that you got the brackets. You know I love brackets.
Oh, yeah, no,
the tournament brackets they have
God.
now. Mixed with the fact that if you are that motherfucker from Melee, I'm sure there's got to be at least one character from Melee that didn't carry over to both of those games going forward, is there?
Ice Climbers!
Ice Climbers! Ice Climbers!
No.
Just Climbers?
Just Ice Climbers, and that was only not in 4, that was in Brawl.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're catering to the Ice Climber fans, the hardcore Ice Climber fans. Moral of the story is, I don't know, man. Bringing everyone back, bringing every stage back.
They're doing a lot. They're trying to make this for everybody.
Was Snake in Melee?
No, Snake was Brawl.
Snake was Brawl.
Was Cloud in Melee?
No, Cloud was 4.
Wow.
DLC for 4. One thing that I'm sad about for Snake is the aesthetic of his box doesn't say Labo on it, and I would have thought that they would have put the Labo logo on his box that he hides in. I thought that would have been, that's a missed opportunity.
That is funny. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're at least making a hot shot at it.
I agree. They're trying. I think they're just going to fail.
Yeah.
And Sakurai hates those people, so that's the other thing.
Yeah.
That's right. I said those people, you Melee players.
To be fair, Melee is my favorite Smash, but I'm not
I'm not good at it, so
I like that better than Brawl, and I never got to play 4 enough to be like, I love it,
Yeah.
Actually,
what do you got next?
See, the problem is I played 4 on the 3DS, and I hate that system. So it did not turn out well for me. It almost ruined my like for Smash.
That's
when I played it on the 3DS.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
moving on.
Cartier, I hope you're getting to what I think I've been waiting the whole time for one fucking thing. I hope it's next.
It is the last thing, most likely.
Okay.
But pretty much for the rules, you can choose the rules before you choose the characters. They showed what the sudden death mode is going to look like. So instead of like the asteroids falling down, it's like the Eye of Sauron is the surround in your screen, and it just like zooms in. You got 300% damage, and it just they said it like it instills a sense of urgency, and I'm like, yes, it does. Looking at that, and like, yeah, that looks like it's gonna suck. That looks like it's going to suck. They said the final. I don't know if it was this way in 4, but final smashes are now chargeable instead of just like hitting the smash ball.
No, that was not the way it was.
It's like a fighting gauge, right?
Yeah, they said you can charge it up and you can do like smaller smashes that way. So
I'm not saying that makes it more technical, but like, come on, we got bars.
They're really adamant on saying that
Melee didn't have bars though. Yeah, damn it.
Melee didn't have bars.
Fucking Melee kids, come over here.
But so one of the things that they were really adamant on saying is that final smashes are going to happen one at a time. So it's not like you can counter final smashes, I guess.
Oh.
Which I don't know if you could do that in any other game, because usually it was just like the smash ball, You hit the little orange
Most
thing.
of them, all of them were dodgeable in some way.
Yeah.
I think they still are, but...
Crazy.
Yeah, but they also said that there's going to be a new mode. There's going to be a couple new modes. We already talked about the tournament mode a little bit. They're going to have this thing called Squad Strike, which is a 3 versus 3 or a 5 versus 5, which that looks like it's going to be like pretty fucking fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then the mode that I'm probably most excited for is called Smashdown mode.
I like this.
I want to know about Smashdown. I just want to say that last thing you said always it reminds me of the Mortal Kombat 3, the 8-man endurance. I'm excited about that gauntlet mode.
Yeah.
But yes, talking about Smash mode, I don't remember what this is actually.
So Smashdown mode is you're playing. Let's say the three of us are playing. We pick characters. We finished the match. Next match, you can't use those characters.
Oh, I like that too.
You just like whittle through like all the playable characters and stuff.
Take
so
them
many
off the
playable
board.
characters. By the way, they said, one thing we didn't talk about was just like on the screen where you're choosing your characters, they're talking about how the Echo Fighters, you can group them in with who they're based on. So you can either stack them like that or just have like a huge list of characters.
You know, I want the huge. Like, I'm not gonna probably play Smash, but I would love the. I'm not gonna stack them.
You're gonna play Smash.
I'm gonna play some Smash, but if
I'm buying Smash. Like, you're gonna play Smash.
If I own Smash, you all right? You all right there? Hey, I want the big list so I can go down. Cause like, yeah, I want that select screen to be huge. So good. Also, Cartier. The thing at the end I'm excited for too, but no. That's not the one.
Yeah, no, Smashdown mode looks fucking sweet. They said that the single-player classic mode is going to be making a return, so pretty much like going through...
I didn't know it never ever left.
It's returning.
I feel like we can skip the classic mode news.
No,
if you don't know what classic mode is, I feel like you probably aren't listening to this podcast anyway.
Classic mode is big. No.
They were talking about the assist trophies and like the Pokemon that were coming out. I didn't write down anything for the Pokemon, but
the assist trophies.
So Abra looks like it's going to be able to like teleport people off the edge, and just like Ditto looks like it's finally going to do what it originally was going to do in the original Smash Bros. It was supposed to take the form of one of the fighters and fight them. They couldn't get it to work in the original Smash Bros. So I'm glad Sakurai's like, this is the Ultimate Edition. It's going to work.
Is it gonna be Ditto everyone? There's a Ditto form of every person?
Oh yeah,
that's so crazy. Oh my god!
But I thought that was really cool because I remember like watching like a Did You Know Gaming and blah blah blah. Like, dude, I was supposed to do this, but it didn't because it fucking sucked.
Ditto suit Samus.
But other than that, they showed like some of the 7th gen Pokemon that are going to be in there, and I don't know if there are any 7th gen. I don't think 7th gen was out when Smash 4 was like.
It was not.
Yeah, exactly. So those are some new things that are going to be in there. But for the assist trophies, they showed Kappa from Animal Crossing, I believe it is, and he's in the bus.
Yeah. Captain. Yes. He's like the cabbie. He like brings you to town.
Yep.
And it's just like you hop in the back of the cab and you're just stuck.
Like looking
real
kill Mario in that too.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah.
He just gets stuck in the bus and he just drives off the map. They said Shovel Knight is going to be a assist trophy.
Bam! Look at that, Roger.
That was wild.
Look at Shovel Knight in Smash. He did it.
He got in there before Crash.
Can I say this, Roger?
Why do people...
when you like...
You can't throw Crash into a Smash Bros. Game. He's a PlayStation mascot. It's wrong.
I'm saying put Master Chief in Smash. I'm saying put Master Chief in Smash. Like, put them all in there. Make the, like, Nintendo open it up.
When you love 2D platforming, Cartier, sometimes you just gotta support the cause. When you love indie fucking 2D platforms, Roger, sometimes you gotta support the cause. Shovel Knight in Smash in any form is ridiculous.
It's not.
If I had asked you, and I think I did, if I had asked you 6 months ago, be like, Shovel Knight in Smash? You're like, probably not.
And
it's
a
real.
Playable character, yeah, he's not.
How do the assist trophies work, actually? Interesting question.
It's an item,
throw it down,
and you throw it, and then he attacks.
Yeah, they fight on your side.
It's very much like a Pokeball. When you throw a Pokeball, summons a random Pokemon. You throw an assist trophy, and summons a random person.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I was hoping that it would be like, oh, now I can fight a Zero for like 10 seconds.
No, they just like fight alongside of you. So it's like they have like, I think they have like 2 or 3 attacks that they can do, and then they disappear or whatever. Depending if you get Goldeen, it's just going to splash and go away.
All assist. I know you're going to say this, but it's all around the same time. All assist trophies file under the folder for which they were playable characters. Zero, Knuckles, Shovel Knight. All relative to my interests. I know, and I feel like it wouldn't be hard to make Sonic Sonic's Echo Fighter be Knuckles? Because there's really not that many differences. I know that you're like,
I mean,
damn,
he
the flying.
flies.
I know, but like,
He flies and he does the punches. I feel like Shadow would be a better.
Shadow is. In fact, when you finish this, I have a conversation we need to have real quick.
You better get it in now, because I bet we all have time for it.
I'm just going to go through the assist trophies then, or the ones that they said. They said, like I said, 0 from Mega Man X is going to be in there. Knuckles is going to be there. They said from, Sonic 3, but Knuckles is Knuckles.
Yeah.
Crystal from Star Fox Adventures is going to be in it, which is cool because I am in the community that liked Star Fox Adventures. I know a lot of people didn't like it.
I liked it.
I thought it was great. That's my favorite. That's my favorite Star Fox.
It's definitely not my favorite Star Fox. That said, mainly because I don't believe that game was a Star Fox game.
No,
it is.
It wasn't.
I'll say this.
They just put it in there.
It was a solid Zelda-like, if I can put it that way.
It's like the Wind Waker kind of.
Yeah. In fact, I think the worst part of that game is when they decided to go back to Star Fox for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
But other than that, it was entertaining. It gets a lot more hate than I think it should.
That was the first Star Fox game I ever played, which is probably why I like it, because I'm like, oh, and then I played original Star Fox, and I'm like,
oh, this is totally different.
This is fucking different. This is the last 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
But the whole game. They also said that the moon from Majora's Mask is going to be an assist trophy, which is, I think that's fucking funny.
Amazing.
It's
amazing.
But other than that, they joined, those joined the rosters, and then Rathalos, we already said, is going to be a boss and an assist trophy.
Nice. Which, do you know which monster? That's Monster Hunter, right? Yeah. From the beginning of Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
Has that been a thing?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's basically
long-standing.
It's basically their, what's the word I'm looking for?
Mascot?
Yeah.
Mascot.
Is that the mount that crossed over for Final Fantasy XIV, do you know?
Mount?
They got one ridiculous beast from Monster Hunter they get to ride.
I didn't think it was a mount. I thought it was a boss, but yes.
I could be wrong. I was going, Gabe
yes,
said last week.
The thing that transferred into Final Fantasy XIV was Rathalos, yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. But no,
I
thought that was cool when I saw that.
Maybe you get it.
Like I said earlier, I downloaded the, whatever game it is for the 3DS that's here's Rathalos. That's who you're going to start off with and be your buddy.
Oh, Monster Hunter Stories.
Yeah, Stories.
Nice.
I played the demo for that and got to play as Rathalos. So when I saw him, I was like, I know little about Monster Hunter. I know you.
Hey, bud.
Here you are. A long time no see. I didn't buy your game. But no, what did you want to...
get to you gotta get to the characters.
Alright, so other than that, I was going to say the main menu looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
We already talked about the blurred section. That's probably going to be story mode, but they haven't said it's story mode yet, so we'll see.
Anyone have any other theory besides a campaign or story mode that it could be? I know that's most likely that. Give me anything else to be in that section.
I have legitimately nothing else. In fact, if I was a betting man, which I am, I will bet that it's some form of story mode.
Yeah, who's going to take your bet?
No one's going to
take that bet.
It's going to be story mode.
Yeah.
But if it's not, it's totally going to be dress up Super Smash Bros. Characters.
Oh, shit. Photo mode.
Oh, yeah.
If you could create a stage mode, but
I think there's that.
You can already do it and it's under something else.
You could do it in the old Smash games.
Would it take up? Do you think it would take up a quarter of the screen?
No.
Okay. That's
other than that was the whole direct.
Come on.
I know. They ended it off with Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong, just hanging out in the treehouse, just monkeying around,
dude, so
doing their thing. And then there's this big shake, and they're like, what? And there's another big shake, and they go up to the window, and they're all pressed up against the window, and they see a shadow, and it looks like it's going to be a character that some people would know. It ends up being King DDD, and he laughs at him, and he's just sitting there. It's probably 7 seconds of him just laughing. Just
little insert here. I don't know if you guys know this.
I think Dan just told me.
Oh, Sakurai is the creator of the Kirby series and does the voice for both. I think for both Kirby and DDD.
Oh, I didn't know he did Kirby.
I could be wrong. I know he does DDD, but I'm pretty sure he does Kirby too.
Right before the podcast, Dan told me that, and I was like, did not know that. But no, yeah, he was telling me that it was him trolling them out. What he's trolling us out for is that King DDD gets what does he get punched or he gets slapped out of the way?
Slapped in the back.
King K. Rool is playable in Super Smash Bros. Ultimates.
A brilliant golden tummy.
Yes.
Dan knows this a lot more than I do. He was actually like the one that I was like, I really could care less if that one.
Yeah, we talked about it for a few weeks, dude. At the end of Donkey Kong Country, when you defeat K. Rool and it hits those fake credits that are all crocodile names, and then it's like comes back. It's the second part of the King K. Rool fight. That's my love for him. That's like I don't think I played another thing where King K. Rool was like mattered.
I know King K. Rool was the main villain in Donkey Kong 64
for sure.
Which is why I'm probably always slightly agitated because I am about 80% sure that I never beat that game on my own. I think I had a cousin get me past like a part I couldn't get past. So I think I have like resentment in my soul. In Donkey Kong 64, he is the last boss fight with him. You're in a boxing ring.
Whoa! Nice.
Which is where I think the boxing gloves came from at the end of that fight.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Smash, he was definitely had a.
Yeah.
Is that an Ultimate Smash?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know what his Ultimate
It was just a video. Yeah. But no, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We need more villains in that game.
Yeah.
There is a theory going on right now that last mode is actually like a good guy versus bad guy thing. I have no idea where that theory came from.
Smash Royale.
Oh,
Smash Royale, where the number is.
There's 100 people on the screen.
It gives you. It's just like there's a level. There's a level they haven't told you about yet. That is just like endless. It's just like endless blank canvas. You know what I mean? It's like a Splatoon level we don't know about. Oh, they were inside it. Like the first Smash one we got, where they revealed Splatoon kids.
Oh, where it's just the burning flame.
It's in there. The only thing in there is all white, but it does have the once it's down to final 2, it's the burning red thing that goes all dark.
I didn't know I wanted that. I want that.
But one each. So it's like if there's how many they say characters are in this now?
A lot.
So everyone can be, everyone has to fill all the slots. So there's one K. Rool. Obviously, I'm down with any battle royale that's like, here's a popular large amount of characters. Everyone gets to be one. Like if there's an X-Men battle royale, dude, where it's like all the X-Men fighting each other, and it's like pick this. Oh my! I would fucking seriously be down with that, and a lot of people would be outmatched.
Actually,
not by me.
This
by
is never
X-Men.
going to happen. But what I would love to see happen. If you can give me a 3D Smash game in like the style of a Budokai game, I would love to see that happen. That's never going to happen. That is the weirdest pipe dream, but it popped in my head. I'm like, oh, that would be great. 3D Smash. No, but the question I was going to ask is this. I'm taking a guess that there are probably at least 2 more characters, whether Echoes or not, coming up. Anybody want to guess? We'll say you have to guess 1 Echo, one new character.
I'm done with this. Let me think. I will say I know that the rumor is the Super Mario RPG guy that Sakurai apparently loves. Zen.
Chino.
Who's Zen?
I have no idea.
Chino is probably what I'm thinking of. Yeah. But that's not my guess. That's just I know the popular opinion. Trying to think. Echoes is what I'm thinking of. Well, Roger, what are yours? I know you're probably locked and loaded right now.
I mean, the Echo I definitely think is going to be Shadow.
Oh, sick!
Yeah.
That's where you put your money. I love that idea.
I have no proof or anything, but I have a deep-seated gut feeling that Shadow the Hedgehog is going to be an Echo. Because it's too easy. Mm-hmm. It's literally just like a palette swap. Like, you don't even have to like change the animation, so I don't see why...
Do you give Shadow and Robotnik at the same time?
No.
Well, for the same reason you said no to Robotnik is my reason in thinking that maybe you don't get an Echo of Sonic. Because, like, how much they want to dig into non-Nintendo series seems to be hesitant.
Listen, I agree with you. Yeah. The only reason I think Shadow wouldn't get in is, like, licensing issues.
Or they just don't want to, like... I don't know. They're like, yes, Mega Man is huge, like, here, but it's not, like... Like, Zero should be playable. Do you agree?
I wanted Zero playable, but I also knew that he's too different, and he would have to do a whole nother...
Right.
They'd have to do, like, a whole nother character. And that's why I was like, I would have loved it. And the other thing is, he wouldn't be Zero is. I don't want to go into the lore of Mega Man, but like Mega Man X is a different character than Mega Man is.
Yeah,
and it's Mega Man X and Zero.
X and Rockman.
What if those were the new? What if those were the new character in the new Echo? X and Zero.
I would take it.
But you can be. You can already be all the different Mega Mans, right?
No.
They pop up for the Smash.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, no, it's great. Ultimate Smash. But as far as a new fighter, give me a second as far as taking a guess on who that would be.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Definitely Goku.
Nice, and that's a brand new one, yeah. As an echo of Mario.
As much as I would love to say that is totally asinine, I think you might be right.
Goku echoed by Vegeta? Can we get that, Cartier?
No, I don't think I would love that.
Echoed by Gohan.
I wouldn't love that.
That would make more sense, move-wise.
Yeah.
You put Vegeta in and he doesn't have Vegeta's moves.
You say that, but their moves are all the same, man.
I think it'd be better.
They're just different colors.
Kid Goku echoed by Kid Gohan.
Dude, oh man. Yeah, if you're going to put one Goku in, I know this, no one's going to do this. This doesn't matter. But yes, little Kid Goku. Young Goku. Dragon Ball at the beginning. Also, Precious Dragon Ball. Let's not forget that. GT Goku. Let's get him into Smash.
Final Smash Super Saiyan 4?
Wait, my Echo Funky Kong, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. Echo, Funky Kong, have him be...
You want to know what? I was going to change my Echo, because I think you might be right about the Shadow thing. I think it would be Dixie.
Oh, echoing who, Dixie?
Diddy.
Oh, okay.
There's...
All right, yeah, for sure.
What about Tails? What about Tails as the new character and Dixie being his shadow, or vice versa? Because I know they both got the little helicopter.
Does Dixie have the helicopter, or does Trixie have the helicopter?
Ooh.
Oh, now you got me twisted. Is there a Trixie? No, man, it's Candy. Right?
No, Candy is the adult.
She's the save.
Trixie is in DK64 and is actually legitimately related to Donkey Kong. Dixie, I believe, is Diddy Kong's girlfriend.
Is Trixie the one with the suspenders?
Yes.
Dixie.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I understand.
Is Dixie the one with the ponytail?
The spin boy.
Oh, yeah. Trixie has pigtails.
Mm-hmm.
That's what... Sorry, confused.
Yeah.
But no. That would just... Either or, that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new character.
But does anyone have anything else to say about Super Smash Bros. Before we move on?
Well, I do want to say that if I can get one new character, I do have a decision, and I think it's...
Is it Porky?
It's KK Slider, which is the guitar-playing dog from Animal Crossing. Let's make that happen. Just because you put me on the spot, I had 3 seconds to think of one. KK Slider, you get in. New Animal Crossing coming.
Got anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
Alright, so now you're going to have something to say. Doom Eternal. Bethesda has announced that Doom Eternal is going to be coming to the Switch with Panic Button, the studio that ported Doom and Wolfenstein 2.
It is coming to Switch?
Mm-hmm.
Woo, cool, I missed that in QuakeCons.
Yay.
That's big.
It is very big. It's going to be coming out, I don't think it's going to be any delay either. I think it's coming out
That's super impressive.
Whoa!
Mm-hmm.
This is the beginning. This is the beginning of them.
That's legitimately impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Good on them.
Yeah,
I think that's
they didn't say there was going to be a release date at all, but they did confirm that the players are going to be able to take control of demons and enter another player's campaign, kind of like Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's actually the one thing I want to talk about, because that's probably... I've seen the gameplay. It looks great. It's very much Doom. Mm-hmm. It's exactly what I expected it to be. That's not a bad thing, but it's what I wanted. It's what I expected it to be. I don't think it's going to be any more than that.
Yeah.
This was the one thing they threw in there that was like, oh, this is legitimately different. And I made the comment before someone, but like, you can put this in literally any video game, and I think I'm okay with it. Mm-hmm. You let somebody take control of like a monster, I like it.
Yeah,
like
interesting.
It's I feel like that adds a lot to like the thing of a game without making it directly competitive.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that change a lot. I like the idea of being able to like click a button and be going into somebody else's game and taking over one of their monsters. Especially because the only thing I wish they would have done that they didn't, I wish it didn't tell you that there was someone coming in. That's the only thing I want. Mm-hmm. It's like they didn't tell you that there was someone coming in, and I would have rather than literally just poofed into a monster, and you don't know it's player controlled
until they hit you a few times. Like this is
you don't ever like it never tells you. All of a sudden, you're just like that creature's moving differently than like the AI is, and you might have like a hint in your mind. I think that is a cooler idea.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like they never tell you, but that AI is spamming dash. Like that's what I. Anyone that mods things and does illegal projects like this, where you take old video games, this is what I want. I want you to hit me with the Super Mario 3, right? But all the enemies are players, all the Koopas, all the Goombas across the world. It's people actually like, oh, fuck you, Mario.
Mario Royale.
Oh my god, too much.
Mario Maker Royale.
Just like single Goombas that are like jumping and like you have the star and they fuck up, you're one up. Like no,
you and 99 Hammer Brothers.
Oh my god, that'd be so crazy.
I hate those lyrics.
Hammer Bro.
The other interesting thing they showed in Doom was the only other change, I think, minus a couple of new enemies, which are great, and a couple of new guns, which are great. They did add. I don't know if it's. Did you know if it was just on the Super Shotgun? There's like a grappling hook.
That looks specific to one weapon, but I can't say that for sure.
They brought back the Super Shotgun, which is the single greatest Doom weapon of all time, minus the BFG 9000, which has already been in there.
9000.
For those who do not know, in the original manual for Doom, BFG stands for Big Fucking Gun, and I love it. Yeah. I love it so much. When I read that as like a 10-year-old, I was like, I will never play another video game ever. And obviously I was wrong, but still, it was amazing.
Damn right, that's a big fucking gun.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Your mom walks in, like, what are you reading? Like, nothing. I'm not reading anything.
Like,
it says fuck here.
Where's the Good Housekeeping magazine?
Good Housekeeping. But yeah, no, it's running around shooting things. I love those shooters. I love fast-paced shooters. That's the only type of shooter I'll play. I don't do the Call of Duty. I even skipped Wolfenstein, which is actually formerly here, pretty similar. But I'll play Doom. Mm-hmm. I'll play Doom, and I would have played Quake Champions if it wasn't a hero shooter. Mm-hmm. I hate the ruin of Quake. You hear that? They ruined Quake.
The opinions of Roger Reott do not necessarily reflect the opinions of everyone at Litmit Media.
If you have any complaints, just go to litmitmedia@gmail.com for trade.
Roger sucks.
Dear Square Enix, you had nothing to do with Quake Champions. Yeah, QuakeCon, a lot of demons getting their heads squished in, Roger. That's a lot of gameplay. They showed a lot of gameplay footage.
Yeah, it was probably 25 minutes of gameplay. It was a lot.
Yeah. The crowd. How do you feel about that crowd? Eating it up.
There are obviously bigger Doom fans than I am. Every time anything like happened at all, there was oohs and ahs in the crowd.
They were eating up the over the loudspeaker, like, the Doomslayer has arrived. They're like, ha ha ha! They're like, Doomslayer, threat level.
I remember the exact quote that made that. There's a quote in there from somebody, whatever the AI is, just says, make sure that your that your demons feel comfortable, or something like that.
Transition comfortably, yeah.
Yeah, transition comfortably, and the crowd cracks up like they're at like a comedy show. And I'm like, do they got like a dude in the crowd who's just like,
it's
bring it up!
Todd Howard himself.
Yeah.
With the laugh.
It was like, it was a mildly entertaining joke, I guess.
The gameplay was good, though.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, the crowd was something else.
Yeah, crowd was into it. Crowd really hyped.
QuakeCon.
It's a little brighter than the other Doom games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it look a little more. I don't want to say cartoonish. It's feels like I'm cutting it down. It's just
It's a brighter palette than the other game is.
Maybe Earth compared to Mars.
Red,
yeah, there's a lot of
green,
a lot of red and green,
a lot of black,
purple.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. As I said, I don't know if you missed it because I know we kind of sped through it, but they definitely showed like the big bad at the beginning. It was like. Kind of looks like the Doom Slayer, doesn't it? There's reasons for that. And like,
they're building a universe. They say they're building the lore.
The lore, which is really weird, actually, because especially when the last game of Doom very purposefully pulled a couple of jokes that were like, "Here's the story. Don't listen to it." The first Doom game opens with like you are laying on a bench. Like, just tied down, and, like, somebody's monologuing to you. Yeah. And immediately, you rip out of the cuffs, destroy the monologuing TV, and then go shoot things. And, like, there is a running joke in that Doom of, like, don't listen to the story. The story is dumb. Don't do it. Like, the lore doesn't matter. You're here to kill things. So now that they're like, we're leading into the lore... Like, that's a weird 180 you're pulling there. I'm fine with it. I love lore. Lore me up. Lore me all day. All right?
Lore me in.
And actually, if you ever get a chance, maybe I'll do a write-up for this. The lore of Doom is actually weirdly deep in the stupidest way.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's definitely, like... The Doom Slayer is the Doom Slayer, because I think, if I remember correctly, a man whose son got... eaten by demons because he sold them for immortality enters like the Doom Slayer's body. Like there's weird background lore that comes in exactly 3 pages of beating Doom games. I really hope they lean into that. I really do.
Sounds like they're gonna lean into
There's gonna be a
something.
correction for that because that's definitely not exactly how it goes. But it is amazing.
Doomy.
I also love the fact that, especially in the last Doom game, they harp on how much of a badass the Doom Slayer is to a ridiculous level. You definitely go into hell at one point and you like read tombs and it's something like the Doom Slayer went to hell, destroyed all the demons so much that they feared him.
Yeah.
And then there was a champion, and then he killed him too. And so we locked him away in a coffin so he wouldn't come back out. And then he did, and then he killed us again. And it's just somebody complaining, basically, about the Doomslayer repping the demons for hundreds of years in hell, and they can't kill him. I love it. I love it.
So good. Safe to say you're hyped for Doom Eternal.
I am more hyped than I would be for most things.
That's fair.
That's not... I do not expect Doom Eternal to be any 10 out of 10 game or anything. All right, that is.
But we're saving that for Fallout 76.
Hey, on that note, I don't know. Did you have a game plan? Or do you want to do just final words?
We can just do final words or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
You got to give us a limit, otherwise we'll be here till I'm late for work.
That's right. Well, first let's do some plugs.
Whoa.
We are Limit Media, and you can find us at limitmedia.fireside.fm. You can go to our email and send us whatever you want. You can send us some of Kyle's dreads.
Wait, no, fan art, Roger is the Doomslayer for sure. Because why not?
You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Castro.
All that good stuff.
Everything like that. You can check out our YouTube. I know Dan just put up a Quick Cap.
Yeah, there's one coming every Friday for at least the next month.
Yeah. And we've got some stuff planned for the future. But
what's the current Quick Cap up? Which one was it? I think it's Hellblade. I think it's
Hellblade,
Watch Me Play the Fire God from Hellblade.
Yep.
If you want a little slice of what that game is. It's like 6 minutes long. Pretty interesting.
But other than that,
people burn alive. Warning.
Let's make the final words a final sentence.
The final sentence.
Whoever can start. I'll start. Final word, final sentence. Waluigi for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as an assist trophy and a playable character.
Nice. That should have been my choice.
My last sentence will be Red Dead Redemption gameplay trailer, hunting bucks, throwing them over the shoulder, carrying them home for the family.
My final sentence will be, someone needs to tell me where I can get a Doomslayer costume. I want a Doomslayer costume.